Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19. We're here on the Alps Panorama at the Northern Sea map, and we're playing with seasons. We've just had a rather wonderful short break. We've done a little bit of surfing, a little bit of swimming. We even built a sandcastle, but now we need to head back and get on with our work. So yeah, I've got those books on my to-read list. I would very much like to read them, and I absolutely intend to read them. I'm going to read the whole set, because there's a big long set. I've read the synopsis for the entire story, and I often do that. I know some people really hate... Look! It's not actually cultivating. Traveling along here, and I'm not cultivating anything because it's so much of a dip in the middle. There we go. No, it's just not doing it, is it? This is sometimes why the bigger cultivators are not as good. Right, it's just not having it, is it? That's left a huge chunk of that field not cultivated. There's a massive area of the field not cultivated. This is sometimes why the big cultivators are not overly suitable for... Well, it's the flat land that we got down here. It's fine for that, but the slopes... They don't work quite so well on any land that's got slopes on it, do they? That's the bit that they tend to struggle on. But then we know that anyway. I don't know if that's the same for real life. I mean, I would guess so. Huge, great big machinery is generally better suited to more level land, isn't it? Surely that is a thing. Surely I'm not making that up, imagining things. I mean, I hope that I'm not making it up. I like to be accurate when if I'm busy telling you something, and I sound like I know what I'm talking about, I do actually like to know what I'm talking about, rather than... I don't just want to sound like I know what I'm talking about, I do actually want to know what I'm talking about. Makes me feel more confident with it. If I do actually know what I'm saying, it's a feeling of confidence that is... It's very good. I always feel that it is good to know what you're talking about. If you're going to pass something off as fact, then know that it's a fact. But I don't know that that's a fact, so I'm not going to say that it is a fact, but I'm guessing that for uneven ground, regardless of how many acres you've got to cover, surely if you've got uneven ground, smaller machinery would be the better option. But I don't know, so anybody that does actually know, then get into the comment section and tell me all about it. I would very much like to know. That one's coming up to there. It's doing... behaving strangely again. Okay, right, well, it's going to go there, and it's going to turn round, and it looks like it's going to do the turning okay. So, this field over here, yeah, we've got that bit there that generally needs to be ignored. That's ploughed, it's going through cultivations. Lime, they all need lime, but I don't know that grass is affected by lime. So at the moment, I'm gonna leave the lime. Now, we do have... Those 4 fields there have all now germinated, so I'm hoping that we can actually fertilize them. Most of the field doesn't need fertilizer, but there's a section there that will need 2 coats of fertilizer, and there's a section there that needs 1. These little tiny spots that are everywhere, I don't know what those are. Oh, yes, I do. Those are the shrubs. Those are the little shrubs that were on those bits. We're going to ignore that. It's only that square and that square that we're going to worry about doing. And then... I'm going to ignore this one for now as well. We've also got, ploughed up already, field 4 over here. Now that one's not had anything done to it yet. And I do wonder if maybe I should go over there with the plough and plough around that one. So that would be one more field that we go and plant. We've got the huge field here, and then we got field 4. And I could go around the edge of that one. Now that's the section there for field 4. Let's just watch this one go back over again. We're going to need to do a little bit more around the edge of this field just to finish this one off, because you can see there. Okay, that was very weird, the way that slid sideways as it lowered it down. Not sure why it's doing that. The bednard does seem to be alright, but I am wondering if it's entirely the most suitable tool for the farm. just because of the unevenness of the ground. I know that we're doing large scale, but as I just said, right there, that bit there, the way they're sort of drifting sideways, I'm wondering if the bednar is, if there's like a bit of an issue with the actual cultivator rather than anything else. I can't imagine it be anything else that's causing that. I think that's the cultivator itself. Seems a little bit odd why it would do that. Let's just watch that again and see if it does anything peculiar here. It's going to come up. It's going to lower down there. I don't know. Jury's out on that one. As for the cultivator, I mean, for the most part, it seems alright. It's just like the bit around the hill over there. It didn't like that, and I'm wondering if there's going to be other parts in this field that it's not going to like either. We'll have to wait until it's done the whole field before we find out fully about that. It's going to start doing full lengths on... Right, it's not done any strange movements there. It's going to turn around, then it'll start doing full lengths of the field right the way across on that bit. We'll leave it go. You need to be washed off. That's still on the to-do list. But I'm going to take this one, and we're going to just drive out to field 4. And we're going to see out there whether there's anything that we want to do out there. Do we want to go and plough a little bit more on that field? Or maybe we could just leave it as it is, but we could go and plant something in it a little bit later, whenever it needs to be planted. And we also need to be thinking about fertilizer for the grass. We need something that will that is able to do fertilizer. And then, of course, weeds and weed killers. Do we want to be doing anything to do with weeds? Now, we've got a few trees right here on this edge. We've got a track that comes up through here. We could plough that up into, like, just plough through the tracks, but I'm thinking we probably wouldn't want to. Thinking that we would leave this as it is. I mean, if I was going to do anything, I would plough around the edge of this field. We'd take that disc plough that we've got with the John Deere, and we just do a little bit around the edge. That tree there, we get rid of that one lone tree there. That one's right in the way. So that one could go. I'm going to drive on the grass here. And we could extend the field out on this side a little ways as well. That'd be quite good. And then up this way, that tree there on the inside edge of the road, that one will stay, because I'm sort of following the edge now of where this field will go. Right, it'll come along here. I don't need it to go right up against the road over there. And then it'll come back here, so it sort of goes in a straight line up along there. Tucks in around here like this, and then straight across there and then back along that way is where it would go. And that's another field, because we've already got the inside edge of it all ploughed up already. It might be an idea to have that one. I mean, let's go and have a look. No, I want to go here. Grass, corn, corn, and grass. If I put it onto here, that means that we've got both the fields going with the same rotation. We'll be planting them both with wheat. I mean, I think what you can do is you can jump into these at the, like, part way through. So I could do wheat over in the other field, and I could do barley in this field. And then both fields the following year would be planted with canola. And then the year after that, one would be planted with barley and one would be planted with oats. And it should follow this same rotation here. It should sort of follow that, and then we get those yields there. And then the grass ones, obviously, is just staying as grass the whole way through. So it could be interesting to do that, just to see that if it, like, gets you the yields and recognize it. Because what you do, you go over to the field like this, and we look at it. Before, oilseed. So previous crop in here was oilseed, and before the previous crop, that was oilseed as well. So I've had 2 crops of oilseed in here already. So if I go back to my planner over here, I've had 2 lots of oilseed. Right, so oilseed was the last one that was in here. I'm now moving to a new rotation, and that's going to be the barley. So I put the barley in, which means that we get a bonus. From canola to barley, we get that one. And then, oh no, just oilseed. So regardless of which cereal it is, it doesn't make any difference. So long as you've got cereal. And all this rotation here is cereal followed by oilseed. It doesn't matter which one we put in. That keeps it nice and simple, doesn't it? The same with corn. Although corn's staying over there, because the game itself has got a different thing for corn, doesn't it? Treats it a bit differently. Anyway, I think we'll do that. I think we'll go barley in here next. That's going to jump into that point on the rotation, and whereas the other one's going to jump into that point on the rotation. And then we'll go to the oil seed straight out. I'm liking this idea. Completely forgot, like, I dismissed field 4 to start with, but I think that was an error. So, as we're going to do field 4, we will go and get the plough, and we will plough the edge of the field. Again, we're not ready to start planting in that field yet. We want to do the planting in the field. Let's go back to the seasons thing. Planting in the field, here we go. Right here, we're able to start planting, but it's got to be above 5 degrees to plant for the wheat and the barley that we're going to do. So we want to move that along over here. We can plant at any point in the spring. We've got each section is 2 days. Alright, we've got 6 days per season at the moment. Now, people told me that 3 days per season it would just not happen. 6 days, maybe, maybe not. We'll have to see. And if we decide that 6 days isn't enough, we can always extend that out. It might have a bit of a funny reaction with some things, just to start with, but it may take a year or two to settle down with the funny reaction when we extend out the length of the seasons. But if we make sure that we don't have anything planted the winter that we do that, it should be alright, in theory. And lots of things are alright in theory. I'm going to bring this one round here and drive you back in here, because we don't actually use, like, the workshop itself is not actually used. There. It's out here that we use the workshop. So we park the stuff along the front there instead of doing anything else. Let's... okay, the cultivator is doing great. Before I do anything with you, let me go to that one. We will get our pressure washer. Where am I going to put the pressure washer? I'd kind of like to put the pressure washer over here so that I could just wash those off. You know what? I'm going to cheat a little bit. Alright. I'm sorry about this. I know I shouldn't. I know I should pull those out the shed if I'm going to clean them. But honestly, I feel that we've got enough money to do this. And this is where it's not even going to reach over to here. I'm just going to hose that one off. I don't technically need to do that, because I'm about to take that one out the shed and go and do some more stuff with it. Though I want to do the fertilizer first, because we've done lots and lots and lots of ploughing. So if we get that bit of fertilizing done first, we can get the fertilizer spreader, we get that one set up, and so on and so forth. So let's just clean this one off. Then we're going to get that international, the seed drill that we got there. We'll get that one cleaned off as well. Right, that's done. Put you down there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into here. I'm going to go to the garage, like that. I'm going to scroll along. And we've got a couple of barrel weights there. I don't know how we managed to get all of those. This is our farmhouses. These are the ones that are out on the shore. It's those two. I've got that one and that one. And that's where we jumped to when we spent the night. Leave those. It's that one there. Sell. Yes. Right, that one has now been sold. So then we can go back here, we go to there, and we go to this one. This time, we will find the actual location that we want to put the pressure washer in. And thinking the best spot to put it would actually be right there. Right on that edge, just there, I think would be a beautiful, beautiful spot to put it. But what I would also like to do is I would like to just do this, and that is there. Just gonna, I'm barely touching it, barely doing anything to it, but I just wanted to clear some of the shrubs back from around the edge of that one. That's all I wanted to do. Just clear the shrubs a little bit away from the edge of it, so that it's got sort of its own little pad right there that it's on. It's up in the air a little bit on that. Maybe I should try and smooth that back down. Let's do that a second. Go start landscaping. Now, I gotta be very careful how I do this, right? You press both mouse buttons together, but there's a bit of a slope in the yard anyway. So if I press both mouse buttons together, it doesn't like it. Object is... I'm not going to mess around with that anymore. That one's just going to stay there on a bit of a slope. It's fine. Otherwise, bad things are going to happen. I don't want bad things to happen. So let's clean off the IMT a second. Then we can go and put this one... I'm not going to put it away, no, because we're going to have some more seed drilling to do fairly. So I'll leave it hitched on. The Bednar will possibly be the one that we use for doing the next field as well. So we might leave that. Yeah, that one can stay out. So the Valtra that we've got in there, Skittles, the sour Skittles in the shed over there. We'll do something with that one as well in a minute. But before I do anything with the sour Skittles, I'm going to get a fertilizer spreader. And I'm going to bring that one back. And I think we'll put that one on the case. So like I said, I've used the T9 a bit. I used that at the end of the last series, didn't I? So that's going to be the last one that we use. Let's put you there. Switch you off. Go to you. Start this bad boy up. And I'm just going to bring that one. I'm just going to put this one right here. That one's going to be ready then so that we can go and start doing planting later on. Some people said to me that they've planted hundreds of hectares, and they know people who plant hundreds of hectares with 3-meter seeders, little small seeders. I've got a 9-meter seeder there, which technically would be big enough to do everything that we've got here. It might take a while, but I am thinking that we're going to want a bigger seed drill. Right, and realistically, I think that I do want a bigger seed drill than that one to do most of the planting. So, seeders right here. I'm thinking that Seed Hawk there, the 25-meter Seed Hawk, is probably a little bit too big for this farm. The Terminator at 18 meters is the same width as the Bednar. Now, the Bednar doesn't seem to be too bad a size overall, and then you got this one over here, which is 15 meters. So it's going to be between these two, I think. That one there is 14.4. It'll be between these two. These two right here, they're both direct drills, which is good. That's what we want. So it'll be between them. But they cost a fortune. Honestly, they cost an absolute fortune, they do. Let's leave that going. I just want to come up here and check on this. I mean, he's doing a great job. He's got a long way to go still on the field, though. And that's why I'm thinking getting a seed drill the same size as this cultivator probably not going to be a bad thing, especially as we're now going to be going out over to field 4 over the other side of the trees over there. That's going to be a reasonable sized field over there as well. So, yeah, I'm thinking that maybe this Bednar is not too bad a beastie to have, actually, considering the acres that we are going to be covering with it. Cultivating, we're not going to be doing quite so much as we are seed drilling. Seed drilling is definitely, we're going to be doing a lot more land with that than we are with this one, because of all the direct drilling that we'll be doing. But still. Yeah, we'll leave that one going for a minute. And then I want to go to the shop now. So I'm going to go over here. And yeah, we'll use the Case Quadtrac for this next job. Let's go to there. Fertilizer technology. And these are all mods over here. So that one right there, this one's got the ability visual spread width. Left mouse button up and down. Oh, you can adjust the actual spread width on it. On that one. Then we've got the Stevie one over here. Goes a little bit faster, but it's also got the option for increased capacity on it. That one there is a 10,000 litre one. 36 meters spread. This one here is a 18,950 capacity. With a 12-meter spread. That one's a 12-meter. Is 12 meters as big as they can go? Oh, that's with the spreading discs. Add on the 6-meter spreading unit. It goes up to 18 meters there, and then I can put a full extension on. That goes up to 18,950, and I got it at 18 meters. So that's as wide as that one can go there. 18 meters. It's not very wide, really, is it? Although it does have a really nice capacity on it. This one, however, the Horsch over here, this has got a 36 meter spread on it. It only holds 10,000 litres compared to the other one, which is absolutely brilliant. But I mean, the spreading width on this one is just phenomenal. Right, 36 meters compared to the other one at 18 meters. This is double that width. And considering the amount of land that we've got, I'm thinking that's a pretty good deal. Yeah, we'll go with that one. We're going to buy that one. There, we haven't used this one before. So yes, it's a smaller capacity on the beastie, but overall, considering that it's got a 36 meter spread on it, seems a little bit peculiar that... Oh, I wonder if I should... No, I'm not going to use it on this one. Oop, no. Under that, it's Control S I need to do for that. Turn off the lines. I won't be using the GPS on this one. I am going to eventually use the GPS, I'm sure of it. I got it installed on this particular series because I thought that I might. And this is where I find out that I'm not actually going to ever. But, yeah, in theory, I'd like to. So we've got the tracks on the tractor and the tracks on the spreader as well. I think this is like a good little mix, this is. Let's take you on through here. That's lime in there. I do need to go and lime the field at the top. And technically, I'm wondering if I should have limed before I cultivated. Should I have put lime on that field before I did the cultivating? Or is it acceptable to sort of do it as is? And I should have that going, the beacons. I don't know about that. I mean, what I've done in game before now is I've gone and done the lime, and then I've gone over afterwards and I've done the... I'll bring that in round it. If you look over there, you can see, like looking through, yes, it's all germinated, but we've got part of the fields have come up and they look like they're germinated. And part of the fields, the closer bits, it's got germinated there on the grass, but when you look in the distance, it's just brown field. Quite know why it's done it like that. But yeah, lime. I know that we've done before, and I've just gone along and I've sort of put the lime in and then seeded over. And I've also put the lime in after I've done the planting. Some people have said that I should only put the lime in first and then cultivate it in. And if I don't, then... I'm sure somebody said that there's actually regulations where you're not supposed to do that. But there weren't many people that sort of agreed with that. There didn't seem to be any backup for that one. So I don't know if that's a thing or not. There we go, 10,000 litres. That cost us another 12,800 euros. So we'll take this one out to the field over here. So it's field 2, isn't it? I'm going to go to fertilizer here. So field 2, the square in field 2, and then we've got a square in field 3. I want to do both of these. There isn't much more to do other than that. Once we've done this once, when we come back to it in later years, or later harvest actually, I don't know how the grass works in seasons. This is going to be an interesting thing to find out. Right. Let's start spreading there. It's my 36 meters. Is that actually spreading 36 meters? I think it is. I think that's spreading 36 meters. I'm not entirely sure if it's 36 meters or not, but you can certainly see that it doesn't require fertilizer over the entire field. It's definitely showing us that bit. There, right, that'll come around there, right down to that bottom edge. Oh, no, I want to do that. Does that... Oh, it does unfold. Look, look. I shouldn't be doing that while I'm sat still. Definitely shouldn't be doing that while I'm sat still. I'll rip it to shreds. But yeah, it does go wide. The actual tracks go wider and then start spreading again. We just got this little bit. Was it there? I think I've left a little bit off it. You know, it doesn't matter. It's a minuscule amount that really doesn't matter. Not in the grand scheme of things at the moment. Makes no difference. So then I come over to here. And we've got to find the edge of this little bit here that we want to do. It's only this one little bit. I run along like that. And all I'm going to do is keep going until I find the edge of it. Where is the... Oh, there it is. Right, we have found the edge of it. That's bigger than I thought. Right, there's a bigger chunk there than I thought would need doing. So then we can come back out over here. Like that. And yeah, I suppose I could... No, I don't think it's worth using the GPS on this. And I'm looking at this spreader width. And that doesn't look to me like it's actually spreading 36 meters. I'm wondering if that's a typo. That does not look like it's covering 36 meters of width. Does it look like it to you? I keep pressing the wrong button there. I keep pressing V rather than B. Yeah, that does not look like it's 36 meters at all. I've been cheated. I went and bought a spreader that's supposed to do 36 meters width, and it doesn't look like it's doing it. The other downside I've just realized is that when we want to come to do lime, I don't think this spreader takes lime. I think we got to go back and we got to get the other one. I'm looking at this. I'm thinking that, yeah, we've been cheated. We don't have a 36 width on this at all. I've got 9 tons of fertilizer. Well, the 9 tons of fertilizer in it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at all. But it's the lime bit that I'm a little bit more concerned. But I suppose we could get another one, and then that one will have lime, just like lime will be sat in it, and this one will have this sat in it. Does it take lime? Let's go back to our fertilizer technology. So you there, we know that you take lime. And this one over here only takes fertilizer. Right. So if we want lime, we need a big spreader. And we've got that one there. Right here, you've got the 12 meters there. We can put the spreading discs on it, so that goes up to 18 meters. I can then put... I've only got one extension on there, so that goes up to 19,000 liters for lime. And honestly, for lime, that's not a lot. I would put the wide tires on it as well. That's 78,000 euros for that. And if we go over here and we look at this big one here by Stevie, it spreads further. You got the spreading discs there, the 6-meter spreading unit, and then you got the standard. So it doesn't spread any wider. The wheels, they're the same. You've got standard, narrow twins, standard and wide tires. And extension over here, you've got the standard extension there, and, honestly, I thought this one by Stevie had an additional extension on it to make it bigger still. So you can change the color on it. But yeah, I thought it had an additional extension. Maybe it doesn't. So what about this one? Is this the one that's got a... It goes... Oh. Small, big. This one is this one. That one's got the bigger extension on it, but this one over here, this one doesn't have a bigger extension. You've literally just got the extension or no extension on that one. There isn't anything extra. So the only difference with it for the Stevie mod is that it goes a bit faster. As that one does 16 miles an hour. This one over here does 12 with the adjustable view width. And that one's 12 miles an hour as well. They both do lime. So for this time, both the same price. It's actually a little bit cheaper. The Stevie one is a tiny bit cheaper. It's not much difference, but it is a little bit cheaper. And then I got that one down. What's this one? You're 50,000 euros. You start off as white, like that. Extension. None. Okay, I don't know what that one is. I don't know where it came from. So here's the problem. I get so many mods added for the multiplayer that Well, that's about all we've got time for in today's episode. So we're going to go and take a little bit of a break. We need to chill out on the beach, relax, and build up some strength. So while we're doing that, if you've enjoyed the episode, then could you please head down below and give us a like? And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.